Recording in progress. Hello, everybody. Good evening.
Hello,
Hey.
everyone. Thank you for
Hello,
joining in. And today we have amazing Ryan T, who's an Access Consciousness certified facilitator and who has a lot of specialities, licenses from Access Consciousness, like RDD CF, he is TD CF, he is also an expense CF and advanced JCF, and a lot many other things which are added on. And he's coming to India for a couple of classes like housing space clearing, money and entities, business done different. By the way, business done different with an advanced JCF also helps in as a prerequisite for renewing your BAS facilitator license, and a couple of other places where you can use it as a prereq for renewing your licenses. And he's also introducing the Symphony, which is like a 2-hour evening. And Brian, would you like to give them some information like what is with the money and entities?
Oh, yeah. So first of all, the topic for tonight is possibilities. Okay. So why do we, when I say we, it's Harpreet and me, but not really just us, because we look at the overall energy of what everyone desires and the energy of possibilities pop up. Okay. So why we call it possibilities? Because okay, so let me tell you why I'm coming to India. So after, well, in 2 weeks, I think, is it 2 weeks? No, less than 2 weeks, 1 week. I got the time wrong. In 1 week, I will be going to Delhi to attend Simone's Melissa's money class. It's called Ease with Money or something like this. It's Enjoy with Money. It's Enjoy with Money. Yep. And then followed by the 3-day advanced body class in Delhi. And I haven't been in India for, I don't know, 3 months, no, 3 years. So since before COVID. So I'm very, very excited to be back in India again. And so I look at all the possibilities, and then so Harpreet and I, we decided that we can create some classes. So I will be creating a few classes there. And so now, whenever, so if you are familiar with Access, so in Access Consciousness, there are lots and lots of classes, right? So a lot of people, when they see those classes, they have a lot of reactions. And this is also something new in Access that we talk about. We talk a lot lately, the reactive realities. Okay, so for example, some people will react against all those information about classes, like, yeah, it's another class that I need to spend money. It's another class, blah, blah, blah. For me, it's really about creating possibilities. Okay, so what are those possibilities that you can choose so that your life expand and your business expand? Okay, so that's the reason why I'm doing all these classes. So I will be doing a few classes, and I do classes of many different topics. The first one, I think, is money entities. Is it correct?
Yes.
I don't remember anymore.
Money and entities.
Okay, so what is this about? This is one of the most fun and most interesting topic for me, because number one, there are so many judgments about money and so many desire for money. Can you feel how funny it is? Like, this is something that everyone wants and everyone judge. And with entities, this is something that everyone have a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of judgments, a lot of fear, but at the same time, look at it as a source of power. They are not the source of power, but a lot of people have the misconceptions of like entities are powerful. So entities itself is not an easy topic, and money itself is not an easy topic. They are fun topic. Now we put both of them together. So it's a class about money, and at the same time, it's to learn how to receive from entities. Okay, there are a lot of entities that can contribute to your financial reality. So that's the first one. Harpreet, did you want to say something? Feel free to ask me anything, okay?
Yeah, I just wanted to add, and if more people would like to open the cameras and want to ask any questions, they can just come up and ask.
Yep.
And if they be a little bit shy, I think it's time to drop their barriers for being shy and ask and change their realities.
If you are shy, keep hiding and make sure money cannot find you.
Keep hiding from money.
I'm terrible tonight. No, I'm terrible all the time, but I'm terrible tonight as well. Okay. So I mean it as a joke, and I mean it for real. Okay. So many people have the need to hide themselves. Like you want to be seen, but at the same time you want to hide yourself. And at the same time, if you desire a lot of success in your life, and if you desire more money, you have to make sure you can be seen, you can be found, right? And I don't mean just like during this Zoom, I mean in your daily lives. Okay, so that's the money entities. And what's the next? Oh, by the way, so the money entities, other than Shannon herself, so Shannon is the founder of Dr. Entities. According to Shannon, she said that if she remember correctly, I so far I have been the only one that she approved to facilitate this money entities as a one-day class. Okay, so this is where we will really go deep into this subject about money entities and create a lot of fun. All right, so what's the next one?
We have next as house and space clearings.
Okay, so I believe this is not something that, no, I believe this is something that you are kind of familiar with. So if you have learned, let's say, top entities or the Access Foundation class, you learn how to clear entities. So you can clear entities for someone, or you can clear entities at a place, at a house, at an office, whatever. But so many people, they know the tools, but they don't have ease using all these tools. Okay, so for example, some people, they will come to me and then they will say, Ryan, I have attended TTTE like gazillion times before, but I still have fear. If you still have fear, you are not going to use what you have learned, because the fear is something that will cover up your potency. Okay, so what do I mean by that? When you have fear about something, you will normally just want to run away. And if you run away, what you are really running away from is to know you have the capacity to deal with that situation. Okay, so it's not that you run away from the spirits, but you run away from knowing you have the capacity to deal with that situation. So
it's like your own potency.
Yeah, well, a lot of people, they think they want to avoid the bad stuff. Yeah, like, so for example, they have judgments about entities. They're like, entities are bad, I want to run away from them. Yes, that's what we understand. But a lot of people, what they really avoid is their own power, because they have a lot of presumptions that people with power are bad people. People with power, they mistreat other people. Okay, so then the underlying unspoken point of view is, oh, if I have more power, I'm going to turn into a bad, wrong, evil person. I'm going to do all the bad stuff. But if I remain powerless, or even worse, pathetic, then I can prove I'm not wrong, I'm not evil, I won't harm anyone. Okay, so people on the surface, what they believe is they are running away from what they believe they cannot deal with. But the real energy behind all this is they're running away from their own power.
And so much has been ingrained as a part of the growing process that you should not get into it. You should not do this. You should not do that. And they close your power away.
Yeah, and now everyone think about this. Okay, how many people around you, friends, families, lovers, whatever, all included, teachers, okay, all included, how many people that you know really want you to be more powerful? Can you list more than 5, or is 5 too much to ask for? Someone's saying 0. Okay. Unfortunately, that's very true for many people, but hey, don't make that a problem. Okay. It's just to acknowledge, wow, okay, in my life, unfortunately, no one really want me to be more powerful, but hey, I'm not letting that to stop me. If you all have problems with me being more powerful, that is not my problem. You continue to choose to be more powerful, have more fun and more ease and more freedom in your life for you. Okay, that is the most important thing. Everything that doesn't allow that, will you please destroy and create it, please? Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and part. Oh, nice shots, boys, progress and beyonds. So in the what if that's including me? Oh, that's a good question. I like this question. Like, no one wants me to be powerful, including myself. Okay, so I don't want to turn this Zoom into like a private session thing, but because this is so relevant to so many people, I will answer it a little bit. So what's your presumption about you being more powerful? Okay. So if your presumption is, if I have more power, I will do bad things. I'm already horrible and terrible enough. If I have more power, I will be even worse. Then of course you will use a lot of your energy against you, against yourself, to stop you from being powerful. Okay. So all the energies that you are using against yourself. Oh, wait, in that case, you don't need enemy. You are your own best enemy. Everything that is will please destroy and uncreate. Right, wrong, good and bad, punk and pot. Oh, nice shots, boys, progress and beyonds. Do you have something you want to add, Harpreet?
I was just gonna say the same thing. You are your own enemy here then.
But they don't like it when we say it that way. You see, they are not enjoying it. They're like, eh.
They want to be in the change and they're happy with the change, yet they want to have some change, yet not be working with the possibilities.
So how many presumptive realities? If you have no idea what is presumptive realities, please go and watch Dr. Dane here's YouTube channel. He has a few videos lately that talk about that. So how many presumptive realities are you using to make you your very own, very worst enemy? Everything that is times a gazillion for you now. Please destroy and uncreate. Right, wrong, good and bad, punk and pot, all nine shots, boys, progress and beyonds. So I hope this clearing will help a lot of you. Run it many times, okay, until you get over those point of view that you have about yourself and about power. Okay, so the one-day class house and space clearing, it's not a class just about tools and techniques. Tools and techniques are easy. Okay, so a lot of you learn how to clear entities, but hey, if you claim, own, and acknowledge the power that you have when you do entities clearings, it's 100 times, 1,000 times way more effective. But if you function from lies, you have so many lies, you keep lying to yourself to tell you are not good enough, you are not powerful enough, you cannot be more powerful, blah, 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 with all those lies, and then you now try to use those tools, then this is where the difficulties come in. Okay, you cannot function from the lie of entities are more powerful than you and then try to clear the entities. Okay, you need to know that, okay, well, entities are entities, they are not more powerful than me, and you are the most powerful thing in your life. And from that space, if you do entities clearing, it will be very easy. So the one-day house and space clearing, you learn all the tools, and it's also about you claiming and owning your power, which now we realize a lot of you are running away from your own power. That's why we create so many dramas, so many difficulties in our lives. So it's really about you claiming and owning your power and being dominant in your space. So wherever you go, you are the boss of that space so that you can make changes in that space. Okay, so that's the main energy of that class that most people don't get.
And that's where how they actually, even in the business spaces, also damage their business in a way of like not claiming and owning the power, and shutting their awareness around that.
Yep. Okay. Any of you have any questions about this part? I kind of can sense something like, but no one is really asking anything.
Well, yeah, anyone still wants to be shy and stay back, or they want to step up and come forward and ask questions?
All right. So, what else am I doing in Delhi?
You're doing a business done different
Yeah.
on 25th, 26th, and 27th. And also you're having a introducing the symphony event on the 26th evening.
Mhm.
Would you like to go on the part where the introducing the symphony is? Would you like to give a little bit of an idea around that?
Yeah. So if you are not new in Access, you probably have heard this thing called the SOP. It's an advanced class in Access Consciousness. It's called the Symphony of Possibilities. And there are so many practitioners and facilitators providing sessions, sometimes one-to-one, sometimes as a group taster sessions. So started earlier this year, so this is very, very new, just about 2 months ago, I think. So in Access, we create changes all the time. So now with enough people worldwide doing the symphony sessions, now this energy is everywhere. So it's time that now we bring it to every area of your life instead of just when we do sessions. So Dr. Dean start to allow a group of people. So this is what we call the SAP. The SAP stands for Symphony Advanced Practitioners. So Harpreet is one. So so Dr. Dean allows us to facilitate this class called Introducing the Symphony. Even though you won't be certified, quote unquote, certified as a practitioner of this symphony thing, but it's one of the most amazing classes that I have facilitated so far. I've done it 3 times and I see people changing like right in front of me. Okay, so for example, people come to the class, you know, we have so many self-judgments, self-hatred. We are the one that you are your own worst enemy. You stop you from moving forward, blah, blah, blah. So 2 weeks ago, when I was doing this class in Taiwan, so there was someone that asked a question like this in the class. And I said, all right, so instead of me telling you stop fighting against yourself, hey, what about let's play with the symphony energy? All right. So a group of people that have no idea how to use the energy, how to use the symphony energy, they will be like, all right, let's just give it a go. Let's give it a try. So they work on each other for 15 minutes with the question and the intention of like, hey, how can I contribute to this person in front of me so that this person have less fight against himself or herself? Okay. And then so they start to work on themselves, blah, blah, blah. And then after 15 minutes, and then they change. Just like when you do the bus class, you give one session and then you receive another session. And then after 30 minutes, when I ask them, hey, are you willing to like have peace with yourself? You can sense that in the class, people are like, yeah, it was so amazing. Like it's so finally, since I'm in India, since I'm in Delhi, I would love to do this class and to let it contribute to you all. So for all the other classes, they don't have prereqs. Okay, but for this one, the introducing the symphony, even though it's an introduction, but it's actually a little bit more advanced, you need to have done the foundation. So come and play. You will learn how to use the symphony energy in your daily life, not just during a session. You can use it everywhere. Do you have anything to say about the symphony?
Well, I use it like even while driving also. Sometimes when I'm stuck in the traffic, I use it all the time. And majority of the time, I reach my places dot on time where I'm required to be.
Nice.
Even if you're panicking, like you're like 10 minutes late, probably you are 10 minutes late from this perspective. But if you're using the Symphony energies and being that, you're dot on time for the work you're required to do.
Unfortunately, for the introducing the Symphony, it has to be live in person. Okay, I'm sorry, Henry, but one day I will come to Indonesia to do this. One day, someday. It will happen for sure. But for now, the next one, oh yeah, the other choice that you have is fly to Malaysia. I will be doing it next Monday, I believe, in Malaysia. Fly here. Or fly to New Delhi.
Right?
Yes. Okay. No, not in Penang, in Kuala Lumpur. I don't remember the date. So anyway, so this is one of the, I would say, most fun classes to do lately. And if I have to summarize it, I would say this is where we really be the energetic magician that we can be. So, all right.
You can use also in the business, and you can also like let them have a little bit of information around business done different.
Sorry, can you say that again?
You can also let them have a little bit of information around business done different.
Yeah, sure.
And play around with the business also with the Symphony energies.
So the next class that I'll be doing, it's the 3-day class. So this is the longer one, and so it's called the Business Done Different. So if you are bus facilitators and if you would like to renew your license, if you attend this class, you can actually renew your license. So why do we call it Business Done Different? Someone said she joined my SOP intro. It's very cool and good. Thank you. Oh yeah, I think I saw you wrote something that like something changed, but now I don't remember. Oh yeah, I think I remember it now. So she attended the money entities that I just did in Taipei a few days ago. And then if I remember correctly, I saw that you wrote, you received an iPhone or something as a gift. And when you receive it, you knew that it's a gift from the entities. This just happened a few days ago. Okay, cool. Yeah, she said, I got that iPhone 14 Pro Max. Nice. Okay, so for the Business Done Different, business is something that a lot of people try to get it right instead of following awareness. You believe you want to follow awareness, but when you come to business, it's still about the rightness, the wrongness, how to win, how to not to lose, the competition and reaction against competition. No one really have ease with business. So Business Done Different is where you function out of this reality. You have all the tools to create a business, and you don't have to care about the right and wrong that everyone else is doing. You have your own reality with business and money. Okay, so that's the 3-day Business Done Different. Any of you have any questions? Yes.
Yeah, Ankita, unmute. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi.
No.
My question is about receiving from entities. Is it pragmatic or magic?
Is it?
Pragmatic or magic?
Is it or magic, if I'm getting it correct?
Yep. 1 minute. Okay. Is it pragmatic or magic?
There is no such thing called black magic. Black magic is just magic that people judge as bad and then call it black magic.
No,
Okay.
I didn't ask black magic. Is it pragmatic?
Pragmatic, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, so why would you, okay, now let's look at this. Why would you not receive from entities? Why would you cut off your receiving? Receiving from everyone and everything, from people, from entities, from the entire planet. That's our natural state. In order to not receive, you actually have to use your energy against you in order to cut off your receiving and to make your life difficult. Okay, when you can receive from entities, you can also receive better from people, because people are actually entities. We are all entities. We are entities with bodies at this moment. Okay, so when people have reaction and resistance toward entities, they will actually also have less receiving with people. Okay, so what if we no longer judge entities as bad or wrong? We no longer see them as different. We receive them just like we receive people, and we receive people just like we receive entities. Would that create more ease in our lives? And that's the whole purpose of access consciousness, to have more ease and joy and glory. Okay, so you see, I get that you're asking this question. I get where you're asking this question from, but it's really a lot of misconception about the entities world. That's why you ask, like, why do we like receive from them? Is that pragmatic? Is it practical? We should receive from everyone and everything. Whenever we don't receive, it's because we have judgments. Some judgments are obvious, some judgments are very hidden, but all judgments are destructive to our own lives. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your question. Okay.
And another question.
Yes.
Ankita, just unmute yourself.
Yeah. Hi, Ryan. Thanks.
Yes.
And I really like your energies. I have seen a couple of your videos with Channa ma'am and other videos as well. Now my question is specifically on business. And thanks to that lady who asked about the receiving. So what I'm not willing to receive from my business is my question. So from interestingly, from couple of months, my business energy is stagnant and I'm not getting projects which the way I'm expecting them to show up in my space. So I would like you to give a question. Definitely choice is there. What question I can ask so it will take me to receiving more business and more client in my current situation and business.
Okay, so what's the presumption here? Okay, is receiving really about a technique? Is there a technique to receive, or is it only a willingness?
Definitely willingness.
Okay, so my next question for you will be, what would happen if you receive too much? I'm not saying just receive, I mean receive too much. What will happen?
I get that, what you are saying.
You get what?
I get the energy, what you are saying. And because when I'm not getting the projects also, nothing has changed.
No, you have
So
to
the
understand.
minute.
Wait. Okay, you really have to ask yourself these questions. What would happen if you receive too much? And when I say too much, what I mean is other people would judge you for being too much, having too much, and receiving too much. But receiving is just receiving. There's actually no such thing called too much. Okay, so for example, if you receive too much, will you have more enemy? Will you have more people that, well, maybe try to be nice in front of you, but they are frenemies? Yeah, which a lot of people are not willing to have. They live their lives from so many fantasies, hallucinations, lies, conclusions, judgments, presumptions, blah, blah, blah. So because of we have points of view about what will happen if we have more ease, what will happen if we have more success, what will happen if we if our business grows greater. So, and then you kind of like, I hope this thing will not happen, this thing will not happen. So you are trying to control, well, control freak. You're trying to control what should show up next by limiting your receiving. Okay. Of course,
very light.
Of course, there are so many tools that you can learn in the 3-day class. Oh, the 3-day class comes with a big manual. Okay, it comes with a manual with so many tools about money, about investment, about business, about working with people, hiring people, blah, 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 so many things. But one thing that you really have to work on is the receiving. Okay, so and when I say what would happen if you receive too much, it's not just a question for Ankita, it's a question for all of you. Okay, sleep with this question: what will happen if I receive too much? And see what kind of reactions do you have? Do you have some? Yeah. Okay, so those are the things that got triggered by these questions, and those are the energies that are pulling you back. Okay, Harpreet, I see that you have your hand up. Wait, I just want to say something quickly before I forget. So someone said, can we attend Money Entities class online? Yes, you can also attend all those classes can be online. They are live in person and also online, except the introducing the Symphony, it is live in person. All right. Okay. Yes, Harpreet.
So would you like to also give some of the people an idea like how you have created money over the years and how you have created your life from this to this, and you have been, I think, also contributing with the Logar, and you have been traveling worldwide extensively facilitating classes. Some people just take it as a way of just a dream, but you created that reality for yourself and living that. Would you
Yes.
like to just share around this also?
Yep. Okay. So I didn't come from a rich family, number one. And number two, I still don't have a sugar mommy. So, because a lot of people will be like, how do you get all this money? Do you have a sugar mommy? They have some presumptions the money only come from a sugar mommy or sugar daddy. Well, good luck to those people. Okay, so almost 12 years ago when I came to Access, when I found Access, it's because I wanted to change my life. I want to change especially my financial reality. I was so horrible and so terrible with money. I was even in debt. Okay, I was in debt to the degree that there was one day when I went to the petrol station, when I put in my credit card, I went to fill the petrol, my credit card got rejected. I feel so horrible. I feel so ashamed. I'm like, God, how did I get my life to this point? So that was me in the past. Okay. I use all the tools and techniques that I learned from Access, and I really use them. So a lot of people, they have all these tools, but they are not really changing that much, which include some of you here that I know you personally. If you have all these tools, but you are still not changing, but you see everyone else changing. Okay, let me say this in a different way. If someone else use this tool and it works, or a lot of people using this tool and it works, so the tools work. Okay, and I'm not saying this to defend Access and to say that the tools work. I'm saying that yes, something works, okay, but if you cannot get it to work for you, there are some lies here. Okay, so you need to be honest with yourself, and this is something that a lot of people find it very scary, like I need to be honest with myself, but unfortunately you have to. Okay, you have to be honest with yourself and drop all your barriers and then to receive you, so that you know how you have been fooling yourself, tricking yourself, pretending you are changing, okay, which really requires a lot of vulnerability with yourself. And usually it might also trigger some uncomfortable feeling, but once you go through it, then when you have the willingness to change for real and have the willingness to receive and receive too much, then all these tools can contribute to your life. Okay, so I'm a living, walking, talking example of that. I use everything from access. I don't find reason to run away from possibilities. For example, right now, well, this Zoom is supposedly for people, mainly for people in India, but we have people from so many other places. So in India, this Zoom started at your 9 p.m. For me, it's my 11:30 p.m. Okay, now it's my 12:10 a.m. But hey, I don't have any points of view like, I'm tired, it's too late, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, possibilities, go for it. Okay, this is how I function. Okay, so it's not about do you have the tools, but are you willing to use it in a way that and receive the changes so that your life change. So I create, I receive. And okay, so let me explain this. A lot of people, they work hard, they do a lot, but if they still don't have the willingness to receive, your effort is wasted. Okay, do I need to repeat that again? A lot of people, they do, I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this, I work harder. Some other people work 8 hours, I work 16 hours. Yeah, you work a lot, you do a lot. But if you don't have the willingness to receive, you cannot receive the change, the outcome, the magic. Your effort is wasted. Okay, so work on your receiving, and every access classes is to change your life in so that you have more awareness and you have more receiving. And receiving is really one thing that no one has ever taught us. Okay, like before access, I know the word receive, but no one has ever taught me anything about receiving. People only tell you work harder, depends on luck. Hey, that makes me powerless. Like I have no power to control my own life. I need to rely on faith, depends on God, depends on karma or whatever bullshit. Okay, but with all the access tools, I'm like, all right, my life, I'm in charge. Whoever tries to stop me, I will kill you. Is that too much for this Zoom? Some of you are like, oh yeah, I like it. How can I be that? Some of you are like,
Okay, we have a question from Amta that how do you work on opening your receiving?
there is no way I can answer this in this Zoom, unfortunately. Okay, this is a question that it sounds simple, but it's way too big. Okay, so
Come to the class.
yes, come to the class. Okay. But for now, I would say play with the questions. What if you receive too much? And I mean it for real. Even for a lot of you, you have a good life, still ask yourself that question. What if you receive too much? You can have an even greater life. All right.
All right. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
So, and having this space that will contribute and create different realities for different people. And really thank you for those who really asked the question, and hope to see you around in the class. Thank you so much, Ryan.
Thank you, Harpreet, and thank you everyone for joining. And thank you for all your questions and your desire to have something different in your life. So thank you all. I hope this contributed to you all, even if it's just a short Zoom, but hey, receive too much. All right. Thank you all once again.
Thank you.
And good night for now. Bye-bye.